welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a video, so I'm doing a video, right, because I wouldn't be here anyway. So I wanted to do a video, and then I was like, I really don't know what I want to do the video on, because I feel like I have a couple new products, so I want to use a couple new things that I have. So I got to the new LA Girl Pro Jewels palette. I think this was like, oh my god, the cat. Stop, Milo. Just knocked over my light. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I got this new palette. It's so pretty. I think it was like $10.99, $9.99. I don't know. I'll put the price down here because I don't remember. But I was like, oh, that looks really pretty. So I got that and I wanted to try it. But I also got the Natasha Denona mini pastel palette. Now I don't have the big pastel palette, and I was like, you know what, I really like the colors that are in this one, so I went ahead and got this one. But then I also got this Kosas Tinted face oil. I don't like full coverage foundation, so I'm more of like a serum or a light coverage or like a BB cream or, you know, what have you. So I saw this and I really like Kosas because I have their foundation and I do enjoy that. So when I saw this, I was like, I really want to try that. And it says, so I got the light with neutral undertones 3.5, 3.5 is the color. And it says a clean, light coverage skin tint and nourishing skincare elixir with a velvety finish that still looks like your skin, just way more even, healthy, and balanced. So I was like, oh, let's try that, because I turned 41 and look at my face. Like, why all of a sudden am I breaking out so much? So anyway, I don't know what's up with that. But anyhow, so I got that and I wanted to try it. And then I saw these. So when I was on Ulta doing like the drugstore, because I got a couple other drugstore palettes. I got an Essence one. Yes, oh, that's right. There was another Essence palette and they didn't have it in store. So I have an Essence palette that I want to do a video with. And then I got a Morphe palette. So anyway, I saw these. These are the Kiss Lash Couture, the Muses collection. And these are in Legacy. And these were $7.99. And I was like, oh, so I have like little bits and bobs of little like things to try, and I think I want to do an eye look with this, but I think in lieu of Valentine's Day coming, see, I got my little heart earrings on, I got my red shirt, so I was like, well, maybe I'll do like a soft pink eye. So it's kind of like a mashup video of like different products testing different things, but then doing, I don't know, like a Valentine's theme. I don't know, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to zoom you in and I'm going to show you this, and then I'll probably hop off, do the rest of my makeup, and then come back to do the eyes, because you don't need to see me doing the rest of my face makeup. But I thought you guys would like to see how this works. So let me just zoom you in. So I have, you know, my face is already washed, and I have on my face oils and my moisturizers that I always use. This has a nice ball in there to keep it, you know, mixed up, because obviously with an oil, I'm sure there's some separation over time. So let's see. Woo, that is, yes, that, okay. So yeah, it is quite runny. See that? Is that? My camera's not gonna focus. See it running down my hand. So let's see. I'm just gonna pick up my sponge. I wanna see. Okay. So hold on. I'm gonna put some more of that on the back of my hand. It's super runny. Ooh. Feels interesting to like, oh, like when, when I'm rubbing it, it does. It has like a velvety like texture to it. So let's see. I hope this color works. Well, I'll make it work, but hope it's not too far off. Maybe this would be good for summertime. I don't like a heavy face makeup as it is. Like you know, believe it or not, I don't like a lot of like heavy stuff on my face. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. I think with the sheerness of this, I feel like I'm using more, but because it's so sheer, probably not. Because when I do a pump of like my regular foundation, obviously it's thicker. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? Like the pile that ends up on my hand is like a thicker, taller, wider pile. This is more sheer, it's just kind of like running, so I'm not putting as much out at one time, even though I feel like I put quite a few drops. Oh, let me see. That color actually, I think that actually was a good color for me. It does not appear to be patchy. It doesn't appear to be like, what do I feel? Doesn't feel heavy or thick on the face. And it actually went over, like again, I wear face oils and I wear a moisturizer on my face, and that applied really nice. It doesn't seem to have like areas where it's filling in and other areas where it's not, so it blended out nicely. I think I'm just gonna have to let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to I think I'm gonna hop off. I'm going to do the rest of my face makeup, see how everything applies over top of that. But this is what it looks like with just, you know, what you saw me put on. Ooh, I like it. I don't know what I'm feeling. Not tingly. I'm not getting like a tingly sensation. I don't know. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's just me. But ooh, so far I really like that. I do. So I like that. It was a nice color. Again, it went on really nice. It's really soft. It does have like this velvety like feeling to it. Like just nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Okay, alright. So I am good with that. So hold on, let me finish my face makeup and then I'll be back to do my... Okay, so here it is. I went ahead and finished my face makeup. I used my Marc Jacobs, what is this, Tantastic Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan Bronzer. So I used that, it's that color. And then I used my NYX Matte Bronzer. That's that color for contouring. And then I used, oh, I'm so excited because I haven't used this yet. It is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Cheek on the Horizon blush. It's just a very, it looks darker in here, but it's a nice pale flush of pink color. Sorry, I'm dropping things. We'll insert, use that on the cheeks, and then I used an oldie but a goodie. I used my little Becca highlight in Rose Quartz. That's what it looks like. Super pretty. So anyway, that is my face. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I am so excited. When I saw this, I was like, oh, because I haven't really done any drugstore, you know, drugstore more affordable makeup, I think, since the Wet n Wild, the Charlie Brown one. So I saw this LA Girl palette online at Ulta, and like I said, you know, it was a few dollars. $10 I think, somewhere around in there. But I think I want to do a nice pretty pale blush pink look today. So let's go ahead and start with my Morphe E27 brush. This one, and I'm going to go into this color here. Ooh, and I'll start here. Oh, that's got quite a bit of color to it. I was not expecting that. I don't think I was expecting so much color payoff, so it took a bit to blend that out. I really like that color. I am really surprised. I was not expecting it to be that vibrant and have that much pigment to it. So, alright, I am good with that. Now I think I want to go in with... do I want to do the lighter? I think I'll do... Now this one and this one do look similar, but they look different. This one has more pink to it. This one looks like it has more silver throughout it to make it look a little bit lighter, but maybe also some gold to kind of pull through for like a rose gold type color. So I'm going to pick this middle one up. Pick the middle one up on this Morphe M124 brush. And I'm going to put that on. The center of the lid. It's a light color. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. Let me pick that up with my finger and see if I get a little bit more coverage by doing it with my finger. Yeah, oh, that's so pretty. That is really pretty. So it's lighter than what I was anticipating. But like, I like it. You see that? So let's see what it looks like when I get it wet. So I'm going to pick that up again on the brush and I'm just going to spray it with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I don't think it necessarily intensifies it, getting it wet, or foils it so much as I think it's going to keep it on the eye in that area. But that is really pretty. I hope the camera is picking that up. So I was thinking I was going to use this pink maybe on the inner corner, but I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I feel like I want to use... hold on. What? I think I want to go in with this color and see what that looks like on the inner and outer corner. I think I started with an idea and I was like, ooh, that's nice and pink. So I think I want to do this on the outer corner. Wow, that's really got some pigment to it. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna do that. I think I want to do more like a halo eye situation. But I'm not gonna come all the way across in the center. Now I'm going to go back in with that first brush and soften the edge out here a little bit. And then tip my head back and soften the edges up here. Deepen up a little bit more, and then I'm going to go back in with that prior brush and pick up that same color in here and just get a better blend. Of where I placed it. And I actually think I want to take, I don't know, this is just a fluffy brush, it's clean, and I want to go over that edging. Because I don't want any more product on there, I just want to soften that edge just a smidge more so it doesn't look so harsh. Come across. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. So like that, and then I think I'm gonna go back in with that same color I used on the outer and the inner, and I'm actually going to use this flat definer brush. So this is from Beauty Bay. I got it with that Dark Fantasy collection. And I'm gonna mimic what I did on the top. And I'm trying to be precise with it, so I just mimic that top, and then I'm gonna go in with that same brush. I'm gonna pick the color up, and I'm actually gonna get it wet. So that same color I used in the center of the lid, and then I am going to try to stamp that across the bottom. Let me see. So I'm gonna grab another flat definer brush and see if I can get a little bit more color payoff than what that initial brush is doing, because I just don't feel like it's enough for me. And this is such a fine area. It's just a, you know, small surface area. I'm trying not to get it in my eye either, because that is not pleasant. To get any shadow or anything in your eye. I will say I do really like this mirror that's in the blush. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take that same brush that I didn't put any extra color on, and I'm gonna go out here to the outer, and then ever so lightly on the inner. And I'm not like rubbing because I don't want to blow it out anymore. I'm just lightly going over it to just diffuse the color slightly so it doesn't look so wild. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. That's what it looks like. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to hop off. I think I'm going to do probably a cream or a nude eyeliner in the lower waterline to like open it up, and then I'm going to put these lashes on. Again, here's what they look like. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished look. These lashes are very voluminous. I don't know why, like I'm usually not like super like finicky or picky about my lashes, but I feel like there's a little inconsistency throughout the thickness of the lash. So where I trim some off at either side, I feel like this one still has like it's more full out here than this one, and it's kind of annoying me, but it's not that serious. It's just something I noticed. So let me go ahead and zoom you out. Okay, so this is the finished look zoomed out. I really like the skin oil. It's very light on the face. It's not sticky. It's not tacky. It looks really nice. Everything went over top of it very nice. Like everything blended. I didn't have any problems there. So I am super excited about that. I know I was going into this thinking I was going to use this today in conjunction with this one, but I think this one, I was super impressed with this one all on its own. And I went ahead and looked, and it is $12.99. And I mean, my goodness, I only used 3 colors, and I am super excited with how this look turned out. Like the colors did very well. They blended nicely. I don't have any patchiness. I didn't have any issues with like the depth of color from this one. It has a lot of pigment to it. I mean, even this one had a lot of pigment to it. So I am really excited about this palette for $12.99, and there are quite a few looks that you could do with this. So kudos to you, LA girl. So there's actually 3 different palettes on there, and this was the Pro Jewels one. This one online actually looks a lot more muted than it does in person. So I can't recall off the top of my head. I don't know if it's like a neutrals palette and then a cool tone. I'm not really sure. I just know that this one jumped out at me, and I was like, yes, that's the one I'm going to try. So there are a couple variations that you can look at. I don't know where else sells LA Girl. Like, I don't know if you can get these at Walmart or the drugstore. Again, I got mine at Ulta. I don't know if like LAgirl.com is that like a site, like their own website probably has it. I don't know if there's other palettes. Again, I just looked at Ulta and they had 3 available, $12.99. I really like it, so I think if you were looking at these and considering these, I say yes, you should go ahead and get them. Again, I was going to use my Natasha Denona in conjunction with it because I was like, oh, it probably needs a little more pop of color. I don't know why I keep doing that, but this palette did very well on its own, and for $12.99, shoot. And you know what? If you have points, you can use your points towards it to get more money off, and I'm sure they'll be coming up with a coupon soon, because I feel like they always come up in the spring with like their 20% off of like all things, but I'm pretty sure that this qualifies for most coupons that you'd have. And usually on the back of their mailer that they put out, the magazine, there's usually a $3.50 coupon off your, I don't know if it's like a $20 or $40 purchase, whatever it is, $20 purchase, I don't know. There's usually a coupon on the back of the magazine. Sometimes they send out $5 ones as well. So I think you could use that towards this. You get this for under 10 bucks. I am excited to do some other looks with these, to be honest with you. Colors down here and see how they do, and that gold color. So anyway, I hope if you were looking at this, or if you weren't looking at it, if you knew nothing about it, that I hope this video helped you decide, hey, maybe I'm gonna go check that out for $12.99. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.